Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can spoof in Pokemon Go using an app on your iPhone. And this method is really good because you won't actually get banned for this. Where if you're using a spoofing cheating app, you are connecting to the game through that app. But with this method, you're changing your device's GPS information and you're not touching the Pokemon Go app at all. The Pokemon Go app is just taking your device's GPS information that app has changed. So I have the app open here already. This is a cast of my screen on my phone. And I have it set here to teleport me to Central Park in New York. And I'm going to press this little button here for teleport. There's a couple options here. We'll go through them all, but we're just going to do the teleport option here because the first time you teleport, it's going to want to set up some options for you. And we can see here, it's going to ask us to do one-click configuration. It just does it for us, nice and easy, and we press start. Okay, we get a notification on the screen that says successfully modified. That tells us that we've changed our location. And you can see on the map, we have a little marker now of where our guy is. So if we open Pokemon Go, we can see here, we are just south of the park here, just like in the app. So you can see it works. We teleported, it works. And just for fun, we're gonna teleport again just to the middle of the park to see what that looks like. There we go. We are now in the middle of Central Park. So it's good to be able to just teleport around to get where you want to go. But if you want to actually play the game, you're going to have to move around. Let's say we want to collect pokestops and catch Pokemon. So an easy way to set this up that we can just start walking is we can just press anywhere on the map and we can just press this little green airplane button. And that's going to set us on a route to go to that location, and it's going to follow car GPS. So it's going to follow roads. And what we can do here is we can set the speed that it goes. So by default, it's going to give us 1 meter per second. And if we look in the game, we can spin Pokestops, bunch of Pokemon everywhere. So as you can see here, walking 1 meter per second is really slow. So what you want to do is go into the app and crank that speed up to something like 6 meters per second. And you can see now he's following the path. He's going along the route. He's going a little bit faster now. Now, this is just a really easy and lazy way to just kind of quick play, get it going. If you wanted to do this a little more strategically, you can go into the app and we're just going to cancel our route. And there's a button here in the app that scans the surrounding area and it tells you where all the gyms and Pokestops are. So what we can do is we can pick this third option now, the 2 yellow map markers icon, and that's going to start a route for us that we can just start mapping out. And we can tell it to follow this route. And by doing this, we can make it actually go through Pokestops instead of just walking along roads. So now we go back in the game and we can see instead of just walking along the roads, he's going to be walking from Pokestop to Pokestop. If you come across a gym and you want to stop and do something at that gym, you can just go into the app and press the pause button and go back into the game and he'll stop moving. So you can do whatever you want, battle, join the gym, heal up Pokemon at the gym. And when you're done, go back to the app and press play. And it's just going to resume walking. And the fourth option here is a jumping tool where it lets you jump from one point to the next. And you can just set up a whole bunch of points for jumping. And when you press jump, it's going to teleport you to that area. Go back, you press jump again, and it's just going to take you to the next area. And if you have a bunch of places that you like to go to frequently, you can go to a spot like this and then go into the app and press this little star button. And now you have it bookmarked. And at the top right corner, there's a little folder with a star on it. And that just shows you the saved location. And you can go ahead and change the name of that. And it can take you to that bookmarked location. And you can teleport there if you like. And this is pretty good if you have the same set of gyms that you like to keep. And you can just keep checking back on them quick. So here's a really common use case for this app. I have here 36 points in a route to have it going back and forth, zigzagging across these city blocks. And it's telling me it's going to take an hour to do that route. I can just go start. So the whole time that it's doing this, I could be catching Pokemon, spinning pokestops, and hatching eggs. So this is a great option if you are a person who lives in a rural area and you don't have access to this kind of experience in Pokemon Go. And we can see here there's a raid happening and a bunch of people just joined it. If I wanted to, I could go join that raid right now. And I was showing this to a friend the other day, and he said this would be amazing for him because he wants to do a lot of raids and he doesn't do any raids because he can't do raids. He just can't travel halfway across the city to get to a raid, let alone make it in time to join the raid with others. But as you can see here, it's really easy to just get into a whole bunch of raids that are all over the city. This is also a good option for anybody who uses 2 or more phones to play Pokemon Go. Essentially, when you're using 2 or more devices to play the game, it's because you want to play the game more. Every time you leave the house, you want to get twice as much of the game experience as you can. You want to milk it for as much as you can while you're out. So when you're doing this, you don't really have to worry about using 2, maybe 3, even 4 phones just to get the most out of your Pokemon Go in one day. This way you could do it all day, any day. And although this isn't really meant to be like a cheating app, it's just supposed to be like a tool, an extension, so that you can play the game more when you don't have a chance to. There is obviously the option of going crazy and abusing the tool, in which case you can use it to cheat if you want, but you have to be careful because it is still possible to get banned. You just have to be careful. So the way that they can ban you for doing spoofing is something that has to do with what people call cooldowns. And cooldowns are basically anytime you do something in the game, like catch a Pokemon or spin a Pokestop, battle a gym, anything like that, the game will timestamp your GPS location in the world, and then the next time you take an action in the game, it's going to timestamp that GPS location again, and it's going to make a calculation between those 2 GPS timestamp locations, and it's going to calculate if it's realistically possible for you to have traveled between those 2 distances in that time. And I have gone over the cooldown rules extensively in a different video. I could put a link to that. There's a section in that video where you can learn all about cooldowns and how to do spoofing safely. But essentially, the benefits of doing spoofing is that you can catch more Pokemon, spin more Pokestops, get more Stardust, hatch more eggs, and collect a whole bunch of items. You'll also be able to battle gyms, heal gyms, join gyms, and participate in raids. So if you are going to be doing this, this is the website where you get this app. It is a paid app, and I'll put a link for where to download the app from this website. And I recommend, if you're going to be doing this, that you just buy the 1-year license. It's a little bit more upfront, but it is the best value. Or if you want to just try it out and see if this is for you, then you can just buy the 1-month license and give it a shot. But I can tell you that this is a method that I've been using since day 1 of Pokemon Go launching. The way you used to do this back in the day was connecting your iPhone to a MacBook and opening a developer console that allowed you to hijack your phone's GPS system. And the reason why this works so well is because it changes your phone's GPS externally. It has nothing to do with the app. It does not touch the Pokemon Go app, and this is why it's never been banned. So the account you're seeing here is an account that I've had for many years, and I've gone on and off of playing Pokemon Go, but anytime I did play, I always used this spoofing method, and I had a Pokemon Go Plus or Gacha Bluetooth toy device that allowed you to capture Pokemon and spin pokestops in the background. And if you combine this method of spoofing, where you just walk around in a route, with one of those Bluetooth devices, you will just get so many Pokemon and so many items, to the point where you are just gonna have to be deleting hundreds of items at a time. I remember deleting 400 berries at a time, 400 great balls at a time, just because I had no space. I just had to keep deleting items because I would just keep getting so many. And with those devices, anytime you catch something or spin something, you get a little notification on your screen. And I remember on my screen having to dismiss 50, 100, 200, even 300 notifications because of so much activity happening in the game in the background. And that is how you can spoof in Pokemon Go without any worry about getting banned.